Coach. Jason.
But how proud are you of you talked about kind of what you wanted to see, and about the last 6 innings or so tonight, that was a team that kind of battled and had to grind, didn't they?
Yeah, it's pretty easy for me for these 4 days, and the team's been through a lot. I mean, the coaches have been through a lot. Whether you're 54 or 18 or anywhere in between, if you're on this team, we've been through a lot. But the game don't care, and the game asks you to play a certain way, and that's my job, is to get them to play a certain way, even though if we're going through stuff. Baseball is the best teacher of life, and I just hadn't got our guys to do that the way they did tonight, and that's what we have to be able to do consistently, is to compete. I want us to win every game. I do. We're in the Southeastern Conference, and I've been in it for almost 25 years, so it is about winning. The only thing I care more about is how they live and how they love each other and how they live to play the game of baseball. And I got to get everything out of them. And tonight was one of those where I thought they competed their hearts out. And if they'd come up short tonight, I think I'd have been okay with that, better than the other 2 wins that we had. And they have to understand that. I don't think they always totally understand what I'm talking about, but if they'll just come out, Fabian gets a big hit, and then they absolutely punch us in the mouth and we give up 5. But oh yeah, we hung some balls with 2 strikes. We had a backhand play to start the inning. We had another ball that was hit well that we had a glove on, and we're close to making a play. Okay, we threw too many strikes. That's how I want to get beat, instead of giving an opponent something. It's a top 25 ball club, so they're going to swing it if you don't execute. So they grabbed us right back, took the lead, and then, once we got the ball to Tilly, Johnson's the closest thing it looks like Tilly. You can start seeing a road map. When these guys are compete like that, I think we can see the road map of what we need to be doing. And call our 4th catcher. I thought Steele did a nice job. Bub gets a big hit. We talked about running hard as you can to first base. And then in the 9th inning, that's the one time the ball gets away, and he winds up getting all the way to 3rd, and that set the whole inning up for that to happen. Maybe he gets a second, I don't know, but hopefully him running full speed and the mentality we've been working on, it shows up for us. So we're gonna be right back out here. So we run out of time to get to play tonight. We'll be right back out here in a few hours playing again. And I've got to push them to play to that level, compete at that level. And, maybe Troy brought that out, but we have to find a way to get there ourselves each and every day. So that'll be the coaching point now.
You mentioned Jet, kind of, closest thing to him coming in that situation, but just to see him take hold of that moment and really step up to the occasion, just what do you see from him today?
We get to that, we talk about like getting to that 7th, 8th, and 9th I've been talking about. It's his first appearance. Again, the game don't care. The game needs you to kind of sequence, just like you've been watching with Cam. And there's no question we come into the ball game thinking 7 left-handed hitters we got to try to figure out and get some lefties in the ball game. I think Jackson Sanders is still growing. That was huge for him. He gave up 1, I think, in his time there, but it wound up being a right-hander. And I thought Tilly did a great job, and he was throwing the slider and the split, I think, at times with all the lefties. And fastball had enough hopping, seemed to gain another foot and used it enough, but it was definitely the slider that did good work. And Jet's got that type of electric arm, and once the sequences got set, that's kind of where we wanted to go next. And I was glad that we were able to score in the bottom of the 9th there, because we'd be getting close to where he'd been trained to throw. So it worked out great, and it was pretty neat how the right-handers wound up doing such good work there. And I don't know, I think I looked up in the 3rd and he had 9 hits, and then I think the game ended and they had 9 hits. So that's what we've been looking for a period of time, and it was good for that to happen tonight. But baseball, it's not once a week and then regroup. We'll be right back out here tomorrow, and hopefully pick up where we left off, and you need to.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. No hits, last 6 and 13 strikeouts, only a couple of walks. For you, just to see one like that, how big is that from a confidence standpoint for those guys themselves too, to have an outing like that?
It should be. We used to have a banner in the locker room I was in. It says confidence comes from acquiring skill, and hopefully, you know, Jay Johnson, that's confidence for him to acquire skill. He's still a young player, second-year college player. Cam Taylor, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting since January. We talked that he's been throwing the ball good, and for him to be able to do that in a frame, that should add a layer of confidence for us. And hopefully others see it, start following suit, and we can build some length out with these guys. That's the goal.